What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta. Today you are with D-Boy and we are back with another video. This time we will talk about more reviews from the Dark State for the final rush mechanic, although you could actually use them in both decks from the Dark State. So this is another episode of Spike with the Show by D-Boy, but it actually also could be played in any other deck. It doesn't have to be Diablos. So the card that we will talk about the most is the Blitz Order, which is something that is very nice because we were talking about defensive options, and this is one of the cards that helps to give the deck a little bit more defense. And the card that we will start with is actually different because the one that we will start with is a very Pale Moon-like art Grade 1 that has the ability that said when this unit boosts, it gets plus 2k until the end of turn. Well, this is a very simple effect. It's a common from the new set, and it just does what it's supposed to be, which be a 10k booster. How good is this in the Diablos deck? Well, it's not necessary because, you know, when we get into the final rush, we will have cards that will get stronger and do more than just get extra 2k. Although this could be in other decks maybe more effective, I don't really see it in the final rush deck being played much. So that's it for this Grade 1. It's very simple. Grade 1 is also a very simple explanation from me. And now we get into the card that we wanted to talk about in this video, and that is actually the Scrum. So Trum's Beast Scrum. I love the name, and of course I love the art because me myself, I play rugby and not American football, so we do scrums, and scrums are not my favorite thing to do on the field, but it's really nice to see that back in Spike Brothers / Dark States nowadays. So this card has also a very nice and simple effect. It said if your soul has 5 or more cards, choose one of your units and it gets power plus 15k until the end of the battle. So this is a Blitz Order, which means that you could use it to defend on your opponent's attack. And the good thing about this card is, and this opens new possibilities even in premium, is that it doesn't go on the Guardian Circle. So this is of course a card that you will just discard and your unit gets the power, which means that it could work around lots of units that say if you guard, you need to guard with 2 cards or blah blah blah, because this doesn't go placed, move, put on the Guardian Circle. This just, you drop it and your unit basically gets the power in that particular attacking bell or defending bell. This works around lots of units. The only downside to this is you need to be at 5 or more soul, which is something that in the, let's say, Dark Regular deck would be easier to get, but in the Diablos deck sometimes you are losing your soul because, especially after you get into that final rush turn, after that you basically will not have enough soul to use this card during the defensive turn, which is actually the turn that you want it the most. So you have to be very smart about putting these in your deck. But all around, the art is amazing, the skill is very simple, the power or the defensive option that you get is good, and we are seeing different nations getting these, and some of them are easier to activate than others. I mean, in the Dark State, this is definitely should be easy getting the 5 soul, but again, in the Diablos deck, in the Spike Roller deck, in the Final Rush deck, it's a little bit harder. And to compare this card, we of course have the Gear Chronicle Grade 2, let's say, which is the card that with a Counterblast you get extra 5k. While with the Blitz Order, it doesn't cost anything, you just need to be at 5 or more soul, and you get plus 15k. So it's a better defensive option, it doesn't have a cost, but it just has that you need to have 5 or more cards in your soul to activate. And between these two, For now, I actually wanted to play 4 copies of the Grade 2 in my deck, but now when we have the Blitz Order, I think I may try 2 on 2 and see how this works. The Blitz Order is also a Grade 1, which means that you could also activate it early, but then you will not have the 5 soul in most situations to activate it early, so it's a little bit less flexible than the Grade 2. It's also a card that you could not just put on the field, attack with, and then next turn intercept with, because again, it's the order card, which means sometimes you just draw a card and you need that 1 unit to attack with on the field, and the order will not give you that. So between these two, some people would go with the order card, although me, I would go mostly with the Grade 2, even with the cost of a Count Blast, even with it only getting the extra 5k. In most situations, that card is way more flexible than the Blitz Order. And that's actually it for me and for us for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It's just a small explanation of the Blitz Order and how it will actually fit into the final Rush deck more often than the Dark Regular deck and the other decks, because me, myself, of course, I focus on Spike Rollers, and in this case, Diablos / Final Rush / Bruce deck. Alright, thank you all for watching, thank you for supporting our channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like and comment. I would definitely like to see you in the next video. So till next time.